Okay, this is the determining elements lab. So what you need is a scale, the elements to determine, your lab sheet, and your periodic table. So if you are following this through this video, make sure you listen carefully, because I'm not going to write down the numbers, I'm going to say them, or you can see them on the balance. Okay, so I will take you through 2 of these, and then you have to finish the other 10 by yourself. So first thing you need to do is get the first element. Okay, so it does say element number 1 on there. So what I'm going to do is place this on the scale. And that is reading 85.9. Now, on the container itself, we have the mass of the container, which is reading 14.6. So what you need to do to figure this out is take 85.9 minus 14.6 and get an answer. Okay, now your answer should come out to be somewhere around 70. Okay, I'm letting you do this yourself, just giving you some hints here. Now, if you notice, some of these containers have another value on here. So this one has a value of 1.75 moles. Now, what that means is, on your lab sheet it says molar conversion if necessary. So you will take your weight, which was around 70, and you will divide it by that number of moles, the 1.75 moles, and get an answer. Okay, now once you get your answer, that number is the mass number of some element on the periodic table. You can see inside these containers that's a real element. So you just determine which one it was by weight. So your answer should come out to be somewhere around 40, and if you look on the periodic table, this number right here, right above calcium, okay, it's reading 40.078. So if your answer was around 40, you are correct. You just determined this to be the element calcium. Okay, now the second element, okay, the mass of the container is 14.6. The entire container plus the element you can see on the scale is 26.7. So what you need to do is take 26.7 and subtract out the weight of the container, which is 14.6. And your answer should be somewhere around 12 for a value. I'm not telling you exact, you have to figure it out. So what is inside of here? Which element is it? You have to look on the periodic table, and if you look under carbon, okay, I see 12.0107 for its mass number, so that is correct. The element inside of here is carbon. And make sure when you're writing down your masses that these are in grams, okay? So what I'm going to do now is fill in the rest of the container and element masses, and you can figure out the rest. Okay, element number 3. The container is 14.2 grams, and the container plus the element, you can see on the scale, is 39.0 grams. So this is element 3. Okay, element 4, okay, the container is 14.6 grams. The container plus the element is 62.5 grams. Now, this container also has a mole value on here, so it's right off to the side, and that is reading 0.390 moles. So you will need to do a molar conversion to figure out this element. Okay, element 5. The container is 14.9 grams. The container plus the element is 41.5 grams. And from this information, you should figure out what element this is. Kind of neat looking. Okay, element 6. Okay, this time it's in a baggie. Okay. Now the baggie weighs 5.6 grams. The baggie plus that bright element is 69.0 grams. And you might just be able to figure this out just by looking, but I do want to see the numbers. Okay, element 7, the container is 14.6 grams. The container plus the element is 79.7 grams. And it's your job to tell me what that element is. All right, element 8, kind of a heavy one. Okay, the container is 14.9 grams. And you can see on the scale, container plus element, 153.3 grams. And this one also has a molar conversion. And that molar conversion is 0.659 moles. So what element is this? All right, element 9. Element 9, the container is 14.8 grams. You can see on the scale, container plus element is 42.9 grams. So which element is this? All right, element 10. So check that out. Okay. Element 10, the container is 15.0 grams. And you can see on the scale, it's reading 74.1 grams. That's container plus element. So what element is this? Okay. Element 11. The container is reading 13.9 grams. Together, it weighs 37, yeah, it's staying there, 0.1 grams. And there is a molar conversion on here, so that mole is reading 0.438 moles. So you will have to do a molar conversion to figure out what element this is. And the final element, number 12. Okay, the container is 14.5 grams. The mass is 26.2, that is the container plus the element, and this also has a molar conversion, and that is reading 0.109 moles.